Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just had a cry session and I want to share how I've been feeling. I'm currently using a mic, as you guys can see. Period, your girl has elevated. And I like that you can add like little clips. I added the pink one because pink is my favorite color and it just brings a little bit of color into my world, especially with how I'm feeling today. I need a little bit of pink, okay? But yeah, I just had a cry session and I wanted to talk about it. I just texted my husband, literally telling him how I want to quit social media and how I'm exhausted from creating and I'm exhausted from constantly feeling like there's always these new rules changing. And to be honest, I feel like the word or the phrase that I can put my emotions in is that I feel like I'm a small fish in a big ocean. Sometimes I wonder, like, where do I fit in this space? Where do I fit in this world of social media? I've been creating for a very long time, and I know that creating has changed over the years, and I would like to say that over the years I've adapted a lot to the aspect of creating, but I've been feeling extremely tired. If you don't know and you're just new to my channel and you're just watching me the first time and I came up on your For You page, timeline, I don't even know what the words are anymore. My name is Nana. I started blogging in, I want to say 2012. I could be wrong. 2012, around that time. I need to grab my water. I'm really thirsty, so give me 1 second. Anyways, I've been on social media even before it became a social media thing. I've always been a person who really wanted to share where I was at. I never wanted to come off perfect or act like I had it all together. That was just never my personality or never who I believe God has called me to be. Sometimes I struggle to believe that people actually want the vulnerability. I think that we live in a generation where you have to have all the things to show that you've made it or you've reached a level of success. And I don't even think displaying the beautiful things in your life is a bad thing. But I do think that the problem with all of that becomes an issue when even myself as a consumer has bought into the idea that people don't want the real. And sometimes I feel like I don't know how to fully show up like the real. And so anyways, I'm going to pull up my notes because I kind of want to help you guys kind of understand what I've been feeling. A thought that has really been coming across my mind a lot is just like, this social media thing is very hard. I don't know where my place is. I don't even feel like anyone really understands. I struggle with the mindset sometimes of things just working out. I want to believe and I want to have faith. And I think that maybe this is something that God has to really help me with, is my unbelief in this area. I want to have the faith and I want to have the belief that I can win and that I want to win. But I think that because I've been doing this for so long, I am so burnt out. I am so tired and trying to figure things out and trying to understand the algorithms and titling my video a certain way and making sure my thumbnails, my pictures, and all the rules that comes with trying to grow. And I wonder sometimes, is this desire a God desire or is it a me desire? And each time I go back in the place that I reflect on this whole experience throughout the years, if it was up to me, I would hide. If it was up to me, I would be under a rock. I don't like the feeling of putting myself out there, but I do know that this is a space that I am called to, and that feels very weighty. It feels very hard. It feels very heavy because sometimes when I don't want to show up or I don't know how to show up, but for the sake of creating, it feels like I have to show up. Sometimes when you are a creator and you're not creating, you feel like everyone is doing the thing and you're not doing the thing. And I've had a lot of moments of that, more than I can even count. And sometimes I wonder, like, what will it take? I think that the hardest thing of being a creator, especially when you've been creating for so many years, is seeing people come up, people that you know, people that you don't know, thrive and succeed, and you're happy for them, because I feel like I am not a jealous person. If you post something, I am going to support you. I understand the value of supporting and pouring out and encouraging people, and I don't always feel like that's done for me. I think throughout the years I've come to accept that sometimes you're not going to receive the support that you want to receive, and that's okay, because sometimes that is not your audience. And I also wonder, is that something that I've told myself to just reconcile with the fact that sometimes I don't feel as supported? I'm just gonna go through my thoughts, because I think like I'm rambling and I don't think that I'm making as much sense as I thought I would be making. You know, I had a conversation with my husband this evening, and I texted him and I told him I wanted to quit. I think I mentioned that previously in this video. I'm just gonna read a bit of the conversation. So I told him I wanted to quit content, and he's like, why? And I said, you know what? I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's not for me. I don't know. It just feels so hard. And then he continued to encourage me. He said, content is hard work, but you can't give up and start again. Just keep coasting and going. It'll benefit someone. And I go, I don't even feel like I even have anything to say. And I think that's been a big wrestle for me. I just don't feel like sometimes I have anything to say. And I'm like, if I don't have anything to say, then why should I create? And then he just encouraged me to like record my thoughts or write down my thoughts and share it. And that's why I'm making this video. I'm the type of person that I can be so in my head about things that I don't do the thing. I think a lot of what I'm feeling is social media fatigue, trying to figure out what is working, trying to figure out how to enjoy the journey and the process. I don't think that I'm going to be a little fish in the big ocean forever. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like there's days where I believe in myself. There's days that I believe that I can do it. And then there's days that I don't think I can do it. There's days where I doubt myself. And I think that's a constant battle that I'm always walking with God and talking through with him. A question that my husband asked me was that, who am I doing it for? Am I doing it for people? And I told him I don't know. I think that I would like to say that I'm doing it for the one. Then I don't really know who the one is. But then I'm also thinking, yeah, well, I'm doing it for God. God has called me to it. I do believe that he wants me to be here. But then why does it bother me when I don't see the growth? I don't see the numbers. I don't see the impact. Why does it bother me? Is it a wrong feeling to want to grow? Is it a bad thing to want to see the numbers? Does that mean that I'm not doing it for the glory of God? In Christianity, because we've been taught to endure and go through long suffering, and I do believe that those things are very important. I do believe that God's called us to those things. I believe that the word of God is the word of God. But I also feel like it's so hard sometimes when you hear that. Then you hear the aspect of timing, and you're like, oh, it's not God's time, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And I think all of that is true. I think everything I'm feeling has a place. It has a place to exist. I think that I am on a journey, and my journey of social media and content creation has been a very long one. It's been a very tiring one. It's been a very painful one. And I feel like every year there's something that I need to adjust and figure out and learn and unlearn and break the code, that it doesn't even feel like me anymore. It doesn't even feel like I'm being me anymore. I want my YouTube to be a space where I can be me. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm in my 30s. I'm still trying to figure out what success means to me. I'm in my 30s, and it's crazy because you would think that I have the house, I have the marriage, I have the kids, but still there's desires in my heart that I want to see God fulfill. I also feel like I often can't get my mindset right. I watched this video recently, and I think it was actually a really good video. It was talking about believing that they have access to everything. God is the God of impossible. And I believe that. It's funny because even yesterday I was feeling a lot of this tension. I have this tension a lot where I feel like there's me. I'm in between this journey where I'm wrestling a lot with showing up on social media and showing up and putting myself out there, and then not seeing the result, and then all of the affairs of my heart. I guess I could say it that way. I want to have the winning mindset. I want to believe that God is the God of impossibilities. But I feel like I'm a bit calloused and jaded I think there's a lot of feelings, and feelings are not always facts. Feelings are not true. You can feel what you feel. But I think that after my little cry session and my little moment of wanting to throw in the towel for the 11th, 100th time, I'm just here to be real. I think that a lot of us have so many different concepts of success, so many ideas of success. And I think that when you're in your 30s and you haven't achieved all the things that you want to achieve, or you see people winning, and I think that it's good to celebrate people. You should celebrate people. You should, even when you see your friends winning, you should celebrate your friends. And if there is something in your heart that you're wrestling with about your friend, I do believe that you need to take it to God and allow God to help you and walk you through it. Because I don't think that it's good to envy, and I don't think it's good to be jealous about the things that people are doing or have in their life. But I think that sometimes it can feel like everyone is winning but you. It can feel like everyone is doing the thing but you. And you look at your life and you look at where you're at and you don't feel like you have anything to show for it. And I feel like that often, which is crazy because I am sitting in a home that I literally once prayed earnestly about. And obviously that's not always the definition of success, but I say that to say that a lot of us can downplay our moments of success because we're not exactly where we are or where we want to be. And so we ignore all of the good things that are happening for us. And I feel like today I did that. Today I just felt really in my feelings about this thing called social media. I've been creating for so long, and I really want to see something come out of it. And I don't know when it's gonna happen. I wish I could look into the future and be like, God, it's gonna happen today and tomorrow. I don't know when. I could be doing this for a very long time. And I think that I just have to find some space or find some type of understanding in my world that helps me know that who am I doing it for. And so this is not a video to give advice. This is just a video to share where I'm at. This is not even a video for me to say that I have all the answers. I actually don't have the answers. This video is a big question mark. It's a big question mark. Who am I doing it for? God, yes. I don't even know who my audience is anymore. I feel like I've thrown everything at the wall, from marriage to my culture, being Ghanaian, to parenting, to beauty, and none of it has really stuck. So I'm really figuring it out. And so if you made it far or this far into this video, hi, my name is Nana. I really want people to find joy while honoring the process. I think that the bigger picture is finding joy when things don't look the way you want. I want to encourage somebody who's been creating for a very long time, or who's been doing something for a very, very long time and has not seen the result. Because who does something just to do it? We all want something out of it. Let's be real. I know people would want to say, oh, it's not for the numbers. It's not for the numbers. It's not for the numbers. It is for the numbers. It's for the people. You're not getting on camera, putting yourself out there, editing a video, creating, buying the cameras, doing all the things just for what? Yourself? Yeah. But you're also doing it for the people. I guess you just have to find your people. I guess, Nana, I'm speaking to myself. I just have to find my people. I just want to end off here and say, I always end off this video by saying, don't forget to shine your light while honoring the process. But sometimes shining your light is hard. It's hard to shine when you're struggling to find your voice. It's hard to shine when you are comparing a lot of your journey to disappointment. And so while you're trying to honor the process, maybe today the light is a little bit more dimmer, and that's okay. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that this video encouraged you or helped somebody. But I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Peace. I really wanted to say peace, love, and hair grease, but like, why? These are the thoughts that go through my mind when I'm recording. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.